it's me, author Alexandrian Bronte. I'm here with another review. So, today's review is going to be by author Veronica Maxim. Now, I know we talked yesterday about actually doing a historical romance. And I had every intention of doing a historical romance. But unfortunately, the romance that I was going to read, I just kind of found it hard to read. So I decided to switch up. Maybe Erica will actually read it. Because personally, for me, I just feel like it'll be better for another day and another reviewer to review. So basically today I am doing a substitute, and instead of doing the historical romance, I'm going to actually read a contemporary. And it's a crime boss almost. You guys know I have like a little purchase for those. But technically he's not a crime boss. So anyway, so I've decided to actually go ahead and do a different author today. And then tomorrow I'm going to do Kenesha's book. We'll talk about that at the end. But anyway, so today, like I said, we're going to do, excuse me, Veronica Maxim's Just in Time. So, it says, in Venice, anything can happen. And it did, y'all. So, this is a BWMW. And what that means is, for all you guys out there who don't know, it means a black woman, white man, billionaire romance. So, now, the book, because remember I told you guys that from this point on, I am going to take notes on every book that I review. So craziness like what happened won't happen again. So this book takes place in Venice. Of all places, Venice, Italy. One of these days I'm getting over there. And basically the main character is Carrie. And Carrie is married to a douche. That's what he is. And so she caught him cheating with her best friend, or her good friend at that time, Cynthia. And so she walked in on them doing the do. And so basically, Carrie chucks it all, says, I'm done, because she's an intelligent woman of color. And she says, I'm a teacher, I can teach wherever I choose. And so she decides to chuck it all and move to Venice to teach English. I really related with this. But let me get back to the story. And so, basically, she goes to Venice, and she's loving her life. She's teaching English to K through. I'm assuming it's K through 12 because most of her students are like 8, 9, 10, 7. So it's probably elementary school. Basically kids. And so she loves her job. She's living like high in spirits. She feels peace and comfort because one, she left the douchebag at home, and two, she wants a divorce. So she wants to look forward to what's the rest of her life. Now, I don't think the author mentions the age of the character. I don't remember reading that. But anyway, so it's, she's what did she say, 27? No, that's the other book. Yeah, I don't remember because I didn't write that down. Sorry, guys. So I don't want to say how old the character is. I feel like she might be like her late 20s, early 30s. But anyway, so she's living her life. She's doing her, and it's beautiful to her. And so one day she's, I believe she's leaving the Basilica. She's like right in the center of Venice. And she's just enjoying life and taking in the sights and just at peace in her life for once. And so she's not really paying attention. And so she's walking up the street, or this cobbled like stone street or whatever, and she's not paying attention. And then all of a sudden, a car comes careening out of nowhere. So she sort of stands there like a deer with her, or in headlights, and then someone grabs her and snatches her. Like before this scene, she was actually at a restaurant outside, like one of the bistros, and just soaking up the sun, and just thinking how beautiful Italy is, and the fact that she has no more drama. And so she turns, she feels someone looking at her, because she's just soaking in the sun. She feels someone looking at her, and she turns around, and it's this dark haired Italian man, and like basically he's super hot, and she feels self-conscious. So she pays her bill, she calls the waiter, she pays her bill, and then she jets. And in this leaving of the restaurant, she's not paying attention, because for once in her life, she's at peace, and she almost gets run over by a car. And so basically, she feels these arms grab her, snatch her to the side, and then they end up in like this little alcove, and she's pressed against his chest. He's got his arms around her, and then she looks up, and it's the business guy. And so she's basically like, oh my God, thank you. She's freaking out. She's shaking, because she literally just saw her life go before her eyes. She almost died. And so basically they have this little banter or whatever, and then he kisses her. And so in her mind, she's like, I should stop this. What's wrong with me? Blah, 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 blah. And so then she, at some point, she breaks away from the kiss, and then she goes to leave, and he's like, wait, and basically they have he asks her name, all that kind of stuff. And so she goes off anyway. And so she leaves. And then, so basically you get to meet Luca Sterling, and that's who the guy is that snatches her into the little A club. So Luca basically grew up on this little Italian island. It's sort of like when in Latin culture, a Guajira. A Guajira is like sort of like a peasant, but it doesn't mean that you're poor, right? Because I call myself a Guajiro all the time. I hate shoes. I'd hate to comb my hair. Like the majority of the time I'm forced to comb my hair because it's polite society. I mean, I bathe, of course. I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about like, if I don't straighten my hair, one of these days I'll come on and let you guys see what my hair actually looks like. I got like the big, curls, Afro-Latina hair. And so a lot of times I don't like to comb my hair. This is flat ironing. You can see like my ends back here. This is flat ironing, which is what most of us, Afro-Latinas do. But basically it's like this big, curly Guajira fro. And so, a Guajira is like, it's a peasant, but it's not really a peasant, not in the sense of, like Jean Valjean begging for some bread or something like that. Not like that. Basically, it just means that you're comfortable in life. So you wear flojos and flip-flops, chanclas instead of shoes. You wear, you might have like a big old sombrero or straw hat on, basically. And so he was from a fishing town like that. So he would have been Guajiro, the boy male version of that. And that's how he grew up. And so basically he would take his little boat, and he would, just basically ship into the city. And once he got to the city, he had like these little wares that he would sell. Or if someone from his village wanted him to take over the wares to sell them, he would charge them like a little price, like most little kids do, a little entrepreneur. And so basically he continued that, and now he's a billionaire. And so that was part of his life. And so now his life is crazy. It's like all these women, he goes to these posh dinners and all that stuff. But it's like, even though in his life he feels like there's something missing. And then he realizes what it is when he snatches this woman out of the street. And everything about her was basically home to him. And so, he has all of these women that he used to, with. she the one girl Maria and then his best friend Alex, like they own the shipping company together, and so there's interactions in throughout the book with it. So he meets her and he meets Carrie, and he knows like that's something that he needs, and so he pretty much doesn't want to deal with like the one. She wasn't even his ex. She was like a hit it and quit it, and she caught feelings, or not really, she caught money because he's a billionaire, and so she basically wanted to keep hold to him because of the fact that he did have the money, and so he knew what it was, she knew what it was, but she was trying to make it more, and so he gets invited to this big huge gala where he needs to take a date, and then his friend Alex is teasing him because the day that he met Carrie, he was at the same restaurant, the little bistro coffee shop outside, waiting for his business partner Alex. But then when he saw Carrie, he was like so enamored by her, he left. And when she got up to leave to go to walk up, he got up and he left after her, just like sort of a little stalker mode, but not really, because he wouldn't have, he wasn't taking it stalker. It was a little teeny snippet of stalkerish. But anyway, so he followed her. And then, so his friend is teasing him. He's like, why you take Maria? And he's like, no, he's pretty much telling Maria's crazy. Even though she has the awesome legs or whatever, there's something shady about her. And then he's like, oh, well, why don't you take, I think the other girl's name was Angela. And then she's like this Victoria's Secret model. And she's got like this big boobs. And he's like, no, I that's not what I'm looking for. I don't want that anymore. And then so the friend teases him. He's like, oh, so why don't you take the damsel in distress? And then he's like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I was at the restaurant waiting for you, and then you bailed, and so I happened to see you leaving, and I followed, and I saw you, snatch her out of the street. And so basically, he's like, I don't know, he doesn't want to introduce her to his world. Now, there's no actual saying that this is like, like he's got any mob ties or anything like that. It's just that he does give the impression that his world is tough, and there might be some a little bit of shadiness to it, because the whole thing was when he was talking to his friend, he was like, I don't know if I want to introduce her to my world. My world is hard. And so basically that's what kind of made me wonder if like there was some basic, sorry guys, sorry about that. And so basically, it made me kind of wonder if there were some like, mob ties or whatever. He's Italian, it's Italy, but anyway. And so basically, he invites her, but then she turns him down. Because she has kids to tutor, and she's like, gorgeous as you are and how probably amazing it would be to go, I have obligations. And so that's what makes him respect her even more than all the other chicks that he's dated, because she didn't drop everything that she had to do just because he was a billionaire. And so he respects her even more because of that. And so basically, once he goes to he has his limo driver drive him to the actual event, but once he gets there, it's like he can't stop thinking about her, so he decides to go off, and he never even goes in, and then basically he shows up at her school and they're having a conversation or whatever. So basically, I will stop there because I don't want to tell you the rest of it. It's not a very long book, so if I keep going, then I will give you the entire book. But I would like to say that I really, really like this story. It was cute. It kept you interested. There is romance. There is sex. So it is. This is a 18 and over book, and I really like the characters. Luca and Carrie, they blended very, very well. And then I even like the fact that she showed us a portion and a part of the douchebag ex-husband. I like the kids. I like the entire thing. if I had to say anything that was wrong with the book, I would say just like yesterday, it was an easy read. And when I say easy read like that, I mean a straight flow through. So there was no big like big huge bang that basically that would draw you more into the story. So as far as the story itself, it was awesome. I liked it. It was a cute read, another cute read. And if I were to score her, she would get a solid 3.75. And the only reason why I'm not giving her a 4. It doesn't have anything to do with any of the technical issues. I think I might have saw 2 typos in the book. And it was another one of those things where she could have had her computer on Justified too, because it was skipping of a word. And that's why, like I was explaining to you guys in the Can You Write video, we as authors, we put the majority of the time we will put our computer on Justify. And what Justify does, Justify will delete for you automatically if you put it on there. So if you backspace, instead of backspacing that one word, Justify might take out the whole sentence. Or it might take out the whole word. So you have to be careful when you're using the computer on Justify. When I first started as an author, on my own, because up until 2015, my books were still at Damnation Press. I stopped writing for them in 2013, but my contract didn't end with them till 2015. So I was with Eternal Press. Eternal Press was a subsidiary of Damnation Publishing. Eternal Press went defunct, but it didn't release my manuscript. Basically, up until 2015, Damnation Press still owned, half of the rights to those books. So basically, until 2015, that's when I became a specific, serious indie author. Like before then, I wasn't. I was still published. I was still in a publishing house. And so basically, when I started doing this on my own, I would use the Justify, because when you're a teacher or you do that you do that too. And then that's when I realized that Justify will erase the entire freaking thing. So maybe that's what she did, because it was another one of those situations where it said, like, if the sentence was, she turned around and looked at the lamp before it crashed, it would be, she turned around and looked at the lamp, crashed. And the word before was left out. So that's why I'm thinking she probably had her computer on Justified too. So other than that, there was nothing wrong with this book. I really enjoyed it. I just wish like there was like that, so like to get her up to that 4 with me. I want you guys to go out and get this book, because I'm telling you, even still, you will still, because I still enjoyed the book. Even though there wasn't that bang there for me, which would cement these characters and make, the love between them like even more magnitude. The book was still good. It was still a really good read. And so once again, I want you guys to go out and pick up this book. It is, once again, it's called, what's going on here? Kindle get on my nerves sometimes. It can be so stupid. So once again, the book is called Just in Time, and it's set in Venice. And I like this little caption that she has on here: in Venice, anything can happen. So basically, make sure you go on and get it. It's a BMWM billionaire romance, and it's by Veronica Maxim, and this book was so good. Everything about it, I love the fact that I really love the fact that she describes her description of Italy itself, and when they're in Venice and they're downtown. It was like I could see what she was writing, like I could see it in my brain. And that's why I'm saying this is a really good book. The only reason why I'm not giving it a 4 is because I was missing that bang. Whatever it was that would have thrown this book up to the next level. I didn't get it, but the book is good, guys. So I want you to go out and get it. She gets a 3.75. I mean, even still, the book is good. So go out and get it. It's a cute romance. It flows all the way through. It's a steady romance. So pick it up. It's at Amazon.com. And the price is... I think this one, I think this one is a freebie. Yes, so you really know you need to go out and get this because it is a freebie. And this is a good book for a freebie because sometimes freebies. But this is a really good book. So you guys need to go out and get this. It is free on Amazon right now. Today is January 21st. January 21st at 5:10 p.m. So you guys need to go get this book right now while it's still for free. Go out there, pick it up, and enjoy it because it is a good read. And once again, it is by Veronica Maxim, and the book is called Just in Time, and it's set in Venice. So that is pretty much it for this review. I really enjoyed that book, and I want you guys to enjoy it too. So get your butts out there and get it. Tomorrow we will be reading, because remember tomorrow's Wednesday. We've got one more day of IR and MC. So tomorrow we will be reading. We will be reviewing Kenesha Knowles' Life Began With You, the Budgeting Witch series. There is the book. Just from the cover, y'all know that the book got some in it. So this is what we will be reading tomorrow. And then on Thursday, we will be reading... Just a second. Author Rosetta Bloom and the Princess, the Pea, and the Night of Passion. This book is good so far. If anyone knows her, tell her we're going to review her on Thursday. But anyway, and also tonight, if you know author Veronica Maxim, because it was so cool. N.D. Jones actually knew author Janice Dixon. So she was able to go over there and give her a heads up and tell her that we did a review for her. I thought that was so cool. So if you guys know author Veronica Maxim, tell her that we reviewed her awesome book Just in Time, and that we want her to see the review. Because I do these reviews for indie authors because I want you guys to go out there and get these books by them. Even if you're an indie author, so what? Read someone else's book. Show them some love. I'm an indie author. I am now. I'm an indie author now. Since 2015, I've been an indie author. So, I read everyone's books. Deliciousness. I just love to read. And then when I see MC and IR books, that makes me want to buy them like that. Because of the fact that no one shows us any love. No one shows us any respect. That is the main reason why I started this channel, which is why you get 3 days of MC and IR. That is why you get the first 3 days of this channel, because no one shows us love. And even indie authors, Caucasian authors, get more respect than we do. So basically, 3 days of just beautifulness and me, showing love to you. And then I want to show love to all indie authors on top of it, because of the fact that it's so hard to get people to read our stuff. I will say that I did have a bigger spotlight as a published author, but I will also say I've sold more books as an indie author than I did as a published author. Now, I don't know if that was because of my publishing company, because of the marketing strategies that they used. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I know as far as since I've been with Amazon, I have sold more books. I was with Amazon Select, which comes to an end this year, and I'm not re-upping it because Amazon Select means that you can only sell your books through Amazon, and I just don't want that anymore. So, but anyway, so go out there, get this book by Victoria Maxim because I'm telling you it's good. It's a good, cute, steady read, and I'm telling you, you will enjoy it. Whether you could be on the train, you could be on whatever, and it's on the shorter side, so it's not going to even take you that long to read it. Yesterday I put it on. Kindle has that feature where you can have it speak or read the book to you. And I washed the dishes. I basically cleaned up my house yesterday, listening to it with earphones, and it took hours. It didn't take like a day or whatever. That's how quick it is. That's how quick of a read it is, and it's so good. So you guys really need to go out there. So like I said, tomorrow we will be reading the Burgeoning Witch series by actually reviewing by Kenesha Knowles, because remember, they're my housemates, but they're still indie authors, guys, and I want you guys to enjoy their books as well. And then on Thursday we will be reading, or we will be reviewing, Rosetta Bloom. So if someone knows her, let her know too that her book is going to be on here. I started reading it, and it is really good. I don't know what nationality she is, but the main character is like Persian. So basically, if you know her, let her know that we're going to review it, because I started reading it already, and I already like it. So anyway, and then on Friday we will be doing Centel Smith, his book called Letters. I'm almost done with that one too. So basically, since the issue with Jen and Miss Rose, I'm doing most of the reading now. So it's going to take me a bit, guys. And what I've decided to do, if your book, one of the Facebook reviewers said maybe I should do this. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. But if your book is not my cuppa, then I probably won't put it on the channel. That's just to avoid situations like what happened. I'm not sure yet, because I feel like as an author, you need that criticism too. I mean, I get it all the time, and I can't take my reviews off people's sites. I can't stop people from saying what they want to say about my book. And as an author, you need to be able to take that too, whether you're new or old. If you've made millions of dollars at it, then yeah, you get the right to say, if you don't care about your sales and you've already got millions of dollars, you can talk trash to however many people you want. And some people, by talking trash, they like that. They will go buy your book just because you were talking trash. But I'm not at that level. I'm not at that level. I'm an indie author. So I can't say things back to people who wrong me. And when I say speak back to readers, I mean in a negative way. Always speak to your readers when they're trying to engage with you. You never stop that. I love talking to readers. I love when they contact me. I love when they ask me about a series. That just makes my heart feel so good. Readers, go over to my channel and sign up. No, it's just but anyway, so I will see you guys tomorrow with a new review. And like I said, if anyone knows author Victoria Maximum, let her know that we did her review. And then on Thursday, tomorrow, I know Kenesha is going to be watching. I might just talk trash just because. No, I'm just joking. And then on Thursday, if anyone knows Miss Rosetta Bloom, let her know that we're going to be reviewing her book as well. Thanks so much, guys. Bunches. And I will see you tomorrow.